Malik Monk's Sixth Man of the Year campaign. On December 31st, so New Year's Eve, Monk came off the bench, as he always does. He scored a game-high 27 points in just 21 minutes played as the Kings blew out the Grizzlies 123-92. Monk, 10-13 from the field, 4 of 5 on threes, 5 assists, 0 turnovers, huge plays, big highlights, as he's always good for all season long. So that final game on Sunday finished an incredible December for Monk. 13 games, he's averaging 15.5 points per game, 6.1 assists per game, shooting 49% from the field and 42% from deep. His true shooting percentage is an insane 63.5% in the month, with his usage percentage actually decreasing. That's the crazy part compared to the months prior. He's doing all of this in under 26 minutes a game. And I think that where he is right now, according to BetMGM, the last I checked on the Sixth Man of the Year odds for this season, they have him 5th. And I think that's quite low with how well the Kings are playing and how just important he is. He finished 5th last year, if you remember. Brogdon won it. Quickly was second. Bobby Portis and Norman Powell. But for him to be behind this year, Monk, in the betting odds, Reeves, Tim Hardaway Jr., Cole Anthony, Bogdanovich, who's come on as of late for the Hawks, I don't think that's right. I think he should, at plus 800, look, I'm not going to be betting on it. I'm not telling you to do that by any means. Not financial advice, but that seems strange to me because he's so instrumental to this Kings team and he's played so well. His counting stats are comparable to last year, but he's been way more efficient. And he also has going for him, like I said, those highlight alley-oops and these big dunks, and he had that wild game winner against the Warriors. Like, sometimes his buckets feel like more than 2 or 3 points, just the back-breaking variety. So
I hear you.
I just think he should be higher than plus 800 and behind a lot of those guys who are having good years off the bench, don't get me wrong, in terms of scoring the ball and stuff like that. But Monk's significance to the Kings' success, I think, should bump him up a little bit. So I think he's going to start getting a little more Sixth Man of the Year love as we move forward here.
Who would you put him ahead of?
Tim Hardaway Jr. For
Yeah,
sure. He plays
maybe.
nearly 30 minutes a game. He scores a lot. He really started hot. I think that's going to come back to earth now that Kyrie's back. Cole Anthony, vital to Orlando's success. He's like the comparison to Monk, especially with how well the Magic have played too. I would have them like comparable odds, I think. And the Reeves one, I mean, I know we're going to get to the Lakers. It's a bit of a mess, like who's starting and who isn't. I mean, he started and then he didn't. I think he should be right there with those guys. Like, I think it should be all pretty close. Not plus 250 for Reeves to plus 800 for Monk.
Oh, Reeves has definitely been better, though. But he's not going to qualify.
They're comparable stats. They're very comparable stats.
Yeah, but Reeves, but I mean, Reeves' percentages are definitely better. And scoring, it's about the same. Same with Bogdanovich. Like, scoring's about the same, but Bogdanovich percentages are a little bit better as well. But yeah, I would say Monk probably top 3. But I don't even know who the leader is. Probably.
I was sort of surprised.
I've seen Bogdanovich, people are saying should be the leader right now. It's like, okay. I mean, he is good.
Yeah.
He's been one of the top three-point shooters in the league the entire season.
Yeah, he's been on fire
awesome.
the last 20 games. He's streaky, though, so watch, he'll go on a 10-game slide, or he'll get injured.
He got on a stinky streak recently, and that's why the Kings beat them last week. They're down 18 to the Hawks at half, and they needed somebody to help them out. It was Monk.
Yeah.
And Chris Duarte, who's starting now for the Sacramento Kings. They benched Kevin Huerter, put Duarte in there. And I think, Bogdan Bogdanovich, I thought, was definitely a part of it, even though Tim Hardaway was the number 1 scorer from the bench. But I think this is all about big-name teams, and that's why the Austin Reeves was there. Just guys who people are betting on at this point. I think more people would be betting on Austin Reeves. So it's just the casinos making dollars.
Well, I had to remind myself that Brogdon won it last year. I mean, he won it on a good Celtics team. But it wasn't like Brogdon was a 20-point per game scorer, right?
No.
I mean, he was good. Look, when I listed those guys that won it last year, Brogdon ain't winning it again. Quickly ain't going to win it because he's going to be starting, of course, for the Raptors. Portis, no. Always tough for a big guy anyway. And he's been bad. And Norman Powell is like not even close to what he was doing last year. So there's an opening for any of those other guys we said. I think Monk should be, top 3 is right there with Cole Anthony. And then, Reeves is going to be in there, the Lakers market and all that. But, I mean, they're a bit of a mess right now, too. And it's not like he's killing. So, Monk, his Sixth Man of the Year campaign, a little love for him.